Noddy and Biggies. It's about them. They were kids in a merry car.
I thought you was talking about us for a minute.
No, Noddy and Biggies in a merry car. They used to drive a little merry car, didn't they?
Didn't they? Yeah,
that
beep,
was,
beep.
Yes, there's a song, isn't there, a beep, beep song?
There is, yeah.
Hello, Robbie.
Hello.
It's 10 minutes to midnight.
Yes.
And it's time for Gags of the Week.
It is, isn't it?
So cue the piano. There's the piano. Are we ready?
I think so.
Good. Thank you, Maud, for your email today. She said, my psychiatrist told me that I got a split personality. And then said, that'll be £160, please.
Oh.
So I gave him 80 quid,
Yeah.
and I said, get the rest off that other idiot.
Very good.
What do you call a very lazy baby kangaroo who stays in bed all day?
A very lazy baby kangaroo stays in bed all day?
Yep.
I don't know.
It's a pouch potato. This is from Jimmy. Now, yesterday, Jimmy wanted to take his border collie for a walk, but he couldn't. Do you know why?
I don't know why.
Because yesterday was a bank holiday.
Hey.
Jokes about sugar are pretty rare. Jokes about brown sugar, demerara.
Demerara. Very good.
I was born to be a pessimist. My blood group is B negative.
Talking pessimists,
Yes.
yeah, a family had twin boys,
Yes.
whose only resemblance to each other was their looks.
Yes.
If one thought it was too hot, the other thought it was too cold. If one said the TV was too loud, the other claimed the volume needed to be turned up. Opposite in every way.
Yes.
One was an eternal optimist,
Yes.
the other was a doom and gloom pessimist. And just to see what would happen, on the twins' birthday, their father loaded the pessimist room with every imaginable toy and game.
Yes.
The optimist room he loaded with horse manure. That night, the father passed by the pessimist room and found him sitting amid his new toys, crying bitterly. "Why are you crying?" said Dad. "Because my friends will be jealous. I'll have to read all these instructions before I can do anything with this stuff. I'll constantly need batteries and my toys will eventually get broken," answered the pessimist. Past to the optimist twin room, the father found him dancing for joy in the pile of manure. "What are you so happy about?" he said. To which the optimist twin replied, "There's got to be a pony in here somewhere."
Thank you, James. He said, why don't owls make love in the rain? Go on, do it. Yes, absolutely. Stan said, I was given some advice last week. Good advice.
Good advice.
Yet never trust a ladder.
Oh.
They're always up to something.
Hey. Very good.
Yeah. Got knocked down earlier by a hire car.
Oh, no.
Still hurts.
Alan in Hemel says a man went to the optician and complained to the optician. He said, "Here, these distance glances you gave me are not really good enough.
Okay.
So come and step outside," said the optician. And they got outside and he said, "Look up to the sky." And he looked up to the sky and he said, "What can you see?"
Yeah.
He said, "I can see the sky." He said, "Well, how far do you need to see?"
Thank you, Kieran, for this one. I phoned my boss's mobile this morning. I said, I'm on the train heading to the south coast.
Oh.
And he said, What? It's 5 o'clock in the morning. What are you doing on the train? Well, you tell me, he said. You were the one who said be in Brighton early this morning.
Here, says Lee, if smoking is so bad for you,
Yes.
how come it cures salmon?
Boom, boom.
Boom, boom.
I dreamt that I wrote The Hobbit the other day. Turns out I was just talking in my sleep. Thank you, Mark.
And a couple of definitions from Lee.
Yes.
What's a pharmacist?
I don't know. What is a pharmacist?
Someone who helps around the farm. And what is a diphthong?
Oh, sorry?
What is a diphthong?
I don't know.
How to wash skimpy underwear.
Did you hear about the cheese factory explosion in France?
No.
All that was left was debris.
I cannot bear any more of those.
Why was the broom late for the meeting?
I don't know.
Because it overswept.
Of course.
Keep up.
And Rupert says,
Yes.
What do you call a Geordie highwayman?
I don't know.
Turpentine.
Why did the small pepper wear a sweater?
Wait, why?
Why did the small pepper wear a sweater?
I don't know why.
It was a little chilly.
Dear.
Well, I once tied my dog's stick to a balloon. What?
Did you say stick?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's okay, then carry on.
I once tied my dog's stick to a balloon. He brought it back from several miles away. I know it sounds a bit far-fetched. Could have been worse. I think we got away
Did you
with it.
hear? I'm not so sure. Did you hear about the semicolon which broke a grammatical law?
No.
He was given 2 consecutive sentences. Oh dear.
My wife complains that I don't buy her jewellery.
Oh.
I didn't even know she was selling jewellery. And finally, what does a skeleton order in a restaurant?
I don't know.
Spare ribs.
I'm going to pick over the bones of that one.
Yes.
I went to the pet shop.
I'm glad you're on now.
I went to the pet shop and I wasn't looking for a dog, thankfully. And I said, have you got any rat repellent? He said, no, we don't sell it. Have you tried Boots? I said, I want to poison it, not kick it to death. Thank you, Andy. And you know what? I went to the doctor's today, because they were closed yesterday, and he said, Tom, what can I do for you? I said, well, Doc, I feel like going somewhere hot and secluded. He said, no problem, Tom, and he locked me in the boiler room. And then when he let me out, I was a little bit hot. I said, your face is ever so red, Tom.
Yes.
I said, I know, but don't worry, it's my blood pressure. It's a bit high.
Yes.
I said, it runs in the family. He said, which side of your family? Your dad's or your mum's side? I said, neither. I got it from the mother-in-law. He said, you can't get that from the mother-in-law, blood pressure high. I said, really? You try going on holiday for a week with that. Really? And then I came at the doctor's and I walked into a bar. All that hurt. It was an iron bar. Hey, Alan. And I went to the shop. I walked in the shop and I was I went to buy some camouflage trousers. I couldn't find any. How long have I got left? Do you know, I always remember my wife's birthday.
Yes.
It's the day after she reminds me of it. And you know you're old when by the time the last candle is lit on a cake, the first one is burnt out. Oh dear. As I do, I might sing a song in a minute.
No, don't do that.
I don't want to sing a song.
What does a Scotsman wear under his kilt?
I don't know. What does he wear?
His shoes.
You know what? You know my hand? Look at my hand. Look at that. It measures 9 inches. 3 more and it would have been a foot. And when I got married, I asked her father for a hand. He said, take the whole girl or nothing. And what did the woman... What did the woman...
When? What?
What? Have you seen my dog? No. I went to the doctor's, back to the doctor's, because I forgot something. He said, what are you back for, Tom? I said, I want some sleeping tablets for the wife. He said, why, what's the problem? I said, she keeps waking up. Hey, Paul. And there once was a man from Port Crown who went to see a doctor in town. The man said, I have not been to the lavatory. And the doc said, you need a suppository. And to which the man said, I will not take this sitting down. Hey, Chaz. And finally, what did the woman say to a plastic surgeon when she left the hospital?
I don't know. What did the woman say to the plastic
She
surgeon?
said, thanks for the memories. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have you got a stick? I want to.